everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Dolphins coming in at 4-6, going up against the 49ers, who come in at 7-3. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Larry, it was a little late in getting here, but autumn has arrived on a beautiful November day in Miami, Florida. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And an alley to run. On first down, it's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 31 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Carry for Kenyon Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On third and short, Drake. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Jaworski Tart came out of Samford University in Alabama. And he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
This is Ajayi. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Come on, let's go!
Wildcat look. Here's Rawls. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. A really nice carry there by the Flint, Michigan native Thomas Rawls.
A transfer from Michigan back to Central Michigan. Got overlooked in the NFL draft when he came out. Ended up being a priority free agent. And boy, what a rookie season he had before injuring an ankle. This guy is something else. When he gets going, their offense really responds.
And here's a look at the starting offense. Now Hoyer. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Here's Hoyer. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
You can say a lot of things about the great play of Kiko Alonso, but the number one thing you will say, he will hit you.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom.
Hoyer. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
First down, this is Rawls. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
On second down, Rawls trying to run inside, but nothing there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Carlos Hyde, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Tannehill now to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 11 yards on the pickup, and the 49ers are going to get a first. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Counterplay, rolls, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Complete to the right. This is Garcon. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Gould is able to put it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10.
Zebra! Zebra!
Shift together here from the D-line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He goes underneath to Drake. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on now is the Miami punter, Matt Darr, to kick this one away. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Caught left side, Garcon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. They come up in an offset eye. They go again with Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kiko Alonso, the offseason pickup from Philly, in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Zebra. Set, blue, zebra.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now it brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He'll drop to throw. And able to find Garcon. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Pierre Garcon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd down, 8. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. And this one's incomplete. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Deep drop. He'll rifle this one, and that's caught inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now Tannehill finding time. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. 2nd down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. They run with Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that brings up 4th down. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
And that was a nice play.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here's Hoyer. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now Hoyer. Escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Off the give from Tannehill. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. A big play there, 85 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern, but also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. That usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it as we just saw there.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Hey, 380.
Tannehill on first down. Surveying the field. He's going to let one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by the rookie Rashard Robinson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll hand to Rawls. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Hoyer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw. They set up the screen to Rawls. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Pierre Garçon, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And over the middle, this is Parker. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Final minute now of the third quarter. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, here's Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. Devontae Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
But conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
20th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Here's Hoyer. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it first and 10. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Hoyer. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go now.
They give it to Rawls. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Rawls. Stays on his feet. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Carlos Hyde with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. And now a first down following that long gain. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you? And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Tannehill now on second down. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Third and long. It's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it brings up fourth down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker, because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything, because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys work against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Miami, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, we sign off from Miami.